keeping the First Amendment alive. We are WEBR, Fairfax County's cable access and internet radio station.
Yo, what's good, DMV? This is K Beta. Right about now, I'm here inside the joint, my man DJ OHLOW. Listen. Crafty.
Peace. Welcome back to On Beat with OHLOW. Damn, this is loud, bro. I gotta turn myself up, man. It's fire. All Loud Beats today by Crafty757, coming all the way from Norfolk. Appreciate you, fam. We also have, for the first time in studio, my man, Priest the Nomad. Peace, brother.
Peace.
Peace, respect.
Glad to be here.
Hey, can you get a little closer to that mic, brother?
Yes, sir.
Our ears are gonna be blown out tonight. Hey, I need you to come down a little bit, man. You tricked me on the sound check.
You got me good?
Yeah.
All right.
Respect. I appreciate you coming out, brother.
Yeah, man.
I know you're not feeling good right now either,
man. It's
man.
a lot going on, but it's all good.
It's all good. I appreciate you, man. And we're gonna talk about your documentary.
Yes, sir.
I got a chance to check out the trailer. Dope. I mean, I love the way you guys put it together. I want to know more about that, but we're gonna come back around. Next to you, we got my man Ken from Audio Props, German Maestro. Yeah, you guys got to share mics, man. Sorry, unfortunately, man.
That's my bad. Don't worry, brother.
No,
how you doing?
What's going on, man? I'm glad you came, man. It was a big drive for you too, man. Yeah, man. I know we're out here, man. Okay. So, let me go to my right. We also have my man Jeck. Jeck, peace, brother. What's going on, man? I appreciate you coming out.
Peace. All love, you know.
Yeah, Crafty757.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Happy to be here.
Appreciate you, man. Kount Fif.
Peace. Glad to be back.
ADST.
What up? What's going on,
and we
family?
got my man. Peace, brother. I appreciate you coming out. It's been a minute, man. Yeah. You're playing all the battle beats right now, man. And then we got my man Dr. Trichome in the cut, man. What's going on, fam? I was talking to my program director a little bit earlier. I said, my man Trichome, we're talking about doing a grow class. Her eyes lit up. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, hold up. I gotta find out what's going on. She told me we could do it in the field. Would be dope if we came out and did something, but she said in studio it probably won't work out because of federal laws in VA. So it's
always
good.
The feds, man.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Always the feds.
Messed up my whole vibe, man. So Priest, I wanna start by talking to you a little bit, man. I wanna know, so look, man, I'll give you a little backstory. When I was a kid, I used to go out. We used to come to U Street and watch you perform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This was back in the late '90s, early 2000s, somewhere around there,
yes,
right?
Sir.
And I used to think, I was a kid, man. You know what I'm saying? I come from a nomadic tribe, right, in Afghanistan. And so when I heard Priest the Nomad, I was like, I got to find out who this brother is, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We aligned,
man.
Right.
And so we used to come out and we used to check the shows, man. But just tell people, give some history, man. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people in the city know a lot about you, but people in VA, they might not know as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. We've been around for a minute, man. Celebrated 30 plus years, man. Got my start in the early 90s, man. I was a dancer, you know what I'm saying? That came on the scene, doing stuff in the clubs and all that. And then, was freestyling and got under the wing of Biz. My big bro, rest in peace, man. Doing stuff with him, and then we found ourselves at the Freestyle Union. That's what I was, really kind of connected with a lot of folks in the city. Again, the doc is called I Was the Weirdo. So we was the weirdos back then because of the way that the hip hop was looked at, particularly in the 90s, from the mainstream folks in the area, man, in the city and stuff. Because the go-go was just so blazing, man. You know what I'm saying? So it was like if he was doing, especially boom bap hip hop. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that we was in, the soulful hip hop, tribe, all that type of stuff, man. We was the weird dudes, right? So I think a lot of us found our tribes in the Freestyle Union and U Street, and we helped revitalize that corridor. It was us who was hood before, you know what I'm saying, the 80s, after the riots and all that type of stuff in the 60s, and it was hood in the 80s and all that, man. So yeah, man, that's where my big, a lot of my work has been done in the U Street, scene and corridors and stuff like that. But, it's international. We've been all over, so.
From my understanding of U Street, though, prior to that, it was also the happening spot for jazz music back in the day.
Oh yeah,
too.
that's original U Street. Yeah, we talk about that on the documentary, man. Like after post Reconstruction. This is where all the segregated all the blacks and the upper echelons of freed blacks and I say upper echelon because of their skill sets, right? They help build the Capitol. They help build the White House and all that. So a lot of D.C. was, of course, was emancipated before the nation, right?
Yeah.
We were emancipated, I think, like 9 months before. So that's why we have our own D.C. emancipation, right? So it was a lot of progressive blacks, man. So, all of them migrated to that corridor, man. U Street, of course, it was businesses, and then it was speakeasies and all that. It was the underworlds and undergrounds, and right, Howard Theater, Lincoln Theater, had Crystal Caverns, which became Bohemian Caverns after, later and stuff like that. So, and it just got decimated in '68 after with the riots after King got shot, right? And then it went through decimation with crack in the '80s, and that whole era, man, was rough. You know what I'm saying? So we was the ones that came in, the little cafe owners came in, started opening up and trying to get artists out. My man Kokai, shout out to Kokai, always said, he said on the dock, the artists are always the first to gentrify, right? Because we're the ones that are from these hoods, we from these places, so it ain't nothing for us to go into these spots and set up shop, start rhyming and freestyling or doing whatever we do. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. We just want a space, right? So it was that type of thing and then, we made it safe for, people to come back because it was art there. It was art. And then you got all the we was pulling dudes off the streets, man. We was pulling dudes wilding out on the streets. And we was like, man, keep the things in the car, man. Come round. So that's what we was doing, man. So I think once we started establishing that and the poets and all of that on U Street, then it was like people started coming. You had the GW kids, you had American U, a lot of the white kids started coming, and they was like, oh, wow, it's safe for us to come here. And then it grew more, and then we spread out. You know what I'm saying? You had Soul Camp, you had all these things, man, Dirty Hands, and all, so many things that emanated from that. You know what I'm saying? So,
but U Street was always, I didn't mean to cut you off, but U Street was always the main location. From what I remember.
Was a central. There was stuff all over the city.
Yeah,
but it was a central place, man. Because
there was a
weekly
lot, man.
Because it was multiple spaces, right?
State of the Union,
Kaffa House,
was a big one.
Yeah, Nyala, you know what I'm saying? Nyala, Erico, right? That was later. But State of the Union was a big one, and I did the first show ever at State of the Union.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's on the dock. I got that footage on the dock.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So because I was on an indie label back then. This was like 97.
Oh, okay.
So man. So that then you had like Bar None and stuff later that became Pure. That's Pure Lounge and all of these things. So you had all of these, and they still had go-go and stuff on there as well. They had jazz, twins. So many things happened on that corridor. That's how I said.
Yeah, there was so much happening.
I said that outside of go-go, the U Street music and art scene is the most contributable scene to DC music.
No doubt.
Outside of go, because we had everything else. We had Sam the Man Burns, rest in peace. House DJ, like Deep Dish, that was doing stuff for Madonna later and all that. All of them were out of state, right? So it was so much stuff. And then, it was an amazing time in the 90s, man, we was doing. And a lot of the youngins don't understand that connection, right? Wale eventually came through that space, which brought Fat Trailer, and that's through my man Uptown XO, who's their OG, right? That's my little bro, Odyssey and all of them, my little brothers. You know
that was later, though.
That was much later. That was in the 2000s, right? Right. So it was because of what we did in the 90s that allowed the 2000s to really flourish, and then Cav and them coming later. And Odyssey and all the low budget, all of them cats came later after, but a lot of those dudes was in high school coming out ciphers.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Coming to ciphers and watching us rhyme.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying? Me, my man Storm the Unpredictable, Kokai, Sub-Z, Amphibians. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those, and a lot of people that came out of that. Cool C Brown, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks that Dirty Water. A lot of people that came out of that, man. But that's what Freestyle Union was so incredible, because it was crews. It wasn't like it was an organization in a workshop that all types of crews came in, and we had producers, people. They were able to showcase their beats because they brought their beats on cassette. We rhyming, whoever's beats and whoever get open. You know what I'm saying? It was strictly improvisation. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing, man. So
the golden era, man. Those were the days. On that note, I'm going to take a quick break. And we'll be right back. All Loud Beats by Crafty757. This song Beat with OHLOW coming to you live from Radio Fairfax.
Just let it shine through. Just let your soul, baby, feel it all so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul.
Crafty.
Peace, welcome back to On Beat with OHLOW. This is On Beat with OHLOW. You're crazy for this one, Crafty.
Thank you.
Coming to you live from Radio Fairfax. We got a full house today. We're it's a little nostalgic up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of history up in this room right now, man. We got Kount Fif, we got my man Jeck, Dr. Trichome, ADST, Dumi Right.
Dumi!
Yeah, man. I forgot to shout you out in the first joint because you were hiding back there, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely in the house, man.
Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe.
Represent Africa to
You know what I'm saying?
DMV to the
Let them
world,
know,
baby.
Slim.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. I appreciate everyone coming out. I want to talk to my man Ken a little bit, man, because you brought the headphones out too, German Maestro.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to hear them, but Priest got them on right now, man. How do they sound?
They sound good, man, and they're really comfortable. That's the thing. Yeah, they're very detailed, I would say, and quite accurate. There's no, incredible bass boost or nothing like that. It's just accurate, I think, and it's really comfortable. I think that's for ready for extended use type thing.
That's a major endorsement right there, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good observation because that's what we pride ourselves on.
Yeah.
Is our
You're using them too right now?
Yeah, I got
cool.
a different set.
That's
These are
what's
open
up.
back. His are more for DJ or communication.
Yeah.
But German Maestro got its start in the 60s actually making headphones and headsets and microphones for TV
I hear
and
nothing,
commercial.
man. I hear nothing. Yeah, keep going. But just make sure when you come back in, you got to turn it back down. Yeah. Sorry, man.
No, it's okay.
Trying to
It's
get
all
the audio right.
No, but
man.
I'm glad he picked up on it because that's what we pride ourselves on. We're not in the hype. You're not gonna see diamonds and bling all over it. They're handmade in Germany by real people. Not to denigrate China, but it's not Chinese stuff. And they were just the headset that he has on. We have 5 or 6 iterations of them.
They look like gamer headphones. Or
Yeah,
something.
well, that's what they were designed. Actually, this modification here was for museums in Germany.
Ah, okay.
Where you had kids who are a little mentally challenged.
Yeah.
They're indestructible. You cannot break them. I don't care. He's a big dude.
Yeah.
And he can't break them. I promise you. But that's the point. Is that we're into music. We do car audio. We do marine audio. It's all handmade in Germany. I've been in the audio business since 1988.
Oh, okay.
So I've seen it all.
You've seen it all,
Yeah,
man.
I grew up in Hollywood, Miami area. So we had 2 Live Crew coming in, and ODB and all the guys would come to us, and we would do their installs. All the Miami Dolphins. So and I'm almost 60 years old, but I'm still a kid. I just did an install last week, a big custom install in a 2025 Maverick. And that's what we're into. We're just into music. I love it. It's I grew up on rap. Being Puerto Rican. I don't look it, but I definitely play one on TV. But it's all about sound quality, music, longevity. We're probably the only headphones that have a 3-year warranty in the box.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they're just designed for extended use. We have some headsets that only have 1 ear pod. So if you want it open, like some DJs like it open on one side or not. But different combinations of inputs, XLR. We can do custom also. If there's a DJ who needs a particular ohm load or impedance for their setup, we can do it.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
And if people wanted to find you online, how can they find you?
Yeah, so it's simple. It's GermanMaestroUSA.com. GermanMaestroUSA.com.
And so tell me, what's the difference between German Maestro and Audio Props?
So Audio Props is our installation wing of our company. So Audio Props has been in business since 2002. That's when my wife and I started in Fort Lauderdale. And we used to be general retail. Now we're just custom, one-off. We have conversation with clients when they bring their cars, their boats. We're more into custom. If you go to audioprops.com, you see the work that we do. It's very finesse. I pride ourselves in the fact that we're one of the only audio companies that has a CNC plasma, CNC wood router, lasers and wood. So we're not just a typical.
I saw that on your website.
Yeah,
man.
we're not a trunk.
Cool.
We call them trunk slammers. Like the flea market. We're not that way. It's because there's 7 billion people on Earth, and we're not trying to help everyone or trying to be everything to everybody. So it's all about every single client is very unique to us. And then German Maestro is an extension of that because it used to be called MB Court back in the day. So in the 80s, it was MB Court, and it was long story, but they were bought by an unscrupulous company, and they screwed them out of the name. So the employees fought back. They kept the company. They had to change the name, but it's still the same factory, still in Oberheim, Germany. Employees that have been there for over 50 years still work there, building these headsets and tweeters and subwoofers. Just a small company, but we got a big sound, clean. Just as he pointed out with the with the headphones here.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, my name's Ken. Anything you need, Mile the
That's
Wild, we can do
man.
it.
And what do you think about these beats, man?
Love them.
Yeah.
Love
so
it.
how does it sound in the headphones?
Sounds great. Sounds
So
great.
the thing that's gonna be dope is some of these guys, Crafty was the winner. I'm gonna come to you right now, man. So Crafty was the winner of the last battle that we had. So he gets a free seat in the final.
Perfect.
And what I want to know from you, man, about no one's talked about the last battle at all. Because I was very disappointed at the end. You know what I'm saying? When Soul City came out, grabbed the mic and started talking, opened his mouth and started saying all that stuff. I didn't know he was going to say all that. I thought he was going to say, thanks for coming out. I appreciate everyone coming. This fool's like, I can't go on. I can't play any more beats. I got no more beats. You know what I'm saying? So, because he was trying to say there's going to be no third round. So that's why I had to step in. I was like, nah, there's no way. There has to be an ending to this. You know what I'm saying? And good for you, man, because you stepped up and you spoke out and you were like, yeah, I'll take that slot, Yeah. So, that's what's up, man. And then it was actually these two right here, these two brothers that went head to head in the final. So I want to know, because you guys haven't, I know you're friends and everything, but based on that battle, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel? Because both of you were bringing fire beats that day.
That battle was insane, in my personal opinion. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, but that battle was insane to me. I had no idea exactly what I was going to play, despite the fact that I went first. And Jeck, his responses, everything he played, he had an answer for everything I had. So it really made the battle difficult.
Jeck is the barbarian of battles, man. He smashes everybody. You know what I'm saying? And for those who don't know, Jeck actually won that battle. And then he gave it to Crafty.
Right.
Because he knows he's going to come back and smash everyone again next time.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. But, that's the thing is, because I talked to Jeck, man. I told you, man, after this battle, that's never been done before, and I found another level of respect for you, because that's pure love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was an interesting battle. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen in the next joint. You're not gonna be here for the next one.
I got the RPM.
Yeah. Shout out to the 757. But anyway, so what I was trying to say is that Ken is coming in as a sponsor for this one, and he's gonna give away a set of headphones for this battle and the final.
So
or just one?
For the battle coming up, we're gonna. As we kind of roughly spoke, we're gonna get someone's gonna win a set of headphones and some other things we're gonna give out.
All right, cool.
And then for the final battle, we got something big coming.
Cool.
It's gonna be a German Maestro upfit. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone's gonna love it, man. Because headphones. This is all we use is headphones.
Yeah.
I've gone through 1 million pair of headphones in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. This culture is all about headphones, man.
And to be honest, we really in America. We were slipping on the headphones. We were pushing mobile audio and marine audio because that's popular. And one of the guys we brought on, Henry, he's an AV geek. He's in the music and all that. And he's like, "How come you guys aren't really promoting your headphones?" I said, "Well, I don't know." Because they sell, they sell by osmosis, right? Somebody buys some car speakers, they look online, they go, "Oh, I want some headphones," right? And then last year we said, you know what? Let's really create another category line, because there's a lot of junk coming out.
Yeah.
You remember Beats back in the day?
Yeah.
That was just a mud fest, And it's like, you had Dre, pushing them. I wish I could do that and make $1 billion, but we're into sound quality, right? We're not in mass producing stuff, and our headphones are very attainable. We don't have, we're not in the stratosphere, and they're 100% made in Germany. We have very, very little outsourced things. Obviously, the little connectors we can't make in Germany, but that headphone's fully assembled by a human hand. There's no machinery,
Yeah,
on that.
that's what's up, yeah.
And one of our friends, I gave him a set. My son gave him a set for Christmas, and he's in the shooting, and he uses our headphones instead of the Pelter headphones that he used for shooting because they mask out all the noise.
Nice,
they bring So I mean, the ones he has on right now, basically it's like a recording studio on your head. Like nothing comes in. Like the ones I'm using are open back, so I can hear outside. But
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I can hear. I can still hear from the outside. These are more for session. You're home.
Yeah.
Chilling out, drinking a glass of wine, whatever. Listening.
They
to
look
music.
nice too. Like they're slick.
They're really slick.
My brother, my program director is gonna shoot me in the back of the head if she sees that. Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, they like I said, man, it's all about headphones. You know what I'm saying? I actually just got a new pair of headphones myself because the ones I've been using for years, they finally went out. So I had to get another pair.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take a quick break. All live beats. Actually, this session was Jeck. All three of you play beats, right? Kount Fif and Crafty. When we come back, who we coming back in on? We need some fire, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah, we need some fire for the next one, man. We'll be right back. This song be with OHLOW. Peace.